This video is sponsored by Trend Micro. So we're coming to the end of the Galaxy S10 Plus series of videos I've been doing here in 2020. I mean, I can't think of any other videos that I would do in 2020 about this phone. I've talked about how you can get it inexpensively, how you can use it to trade in towards a Galaxy S20, and how to buy it just like I did here. This Galaxy S10 Plus cost me under $500 in immaculate condition. I'll talk a little bit about that in this review today. Definitely a shout out to Trend Micro who's sponsoring this video when a lot of other companies would not sponsor videos in this kind of weird time we're in. And I think it's times like now that make me excited to be able to do some budget tech. That's right, products that are going to give you incredible performance for a great price. And that's what this phone does. I know that we have the Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra, and they're amazing and all the other things, but they're hecka expensive. And for half the price of most of those, this thing is a killer deal. And I'll tell you why. Right after this!
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. So as a reminder, I bought this Galaxy S10 Plus from Amazon on Amazon Renewed. I'm not going to go back through what Amazon Renewed is. I'm just going to leave a link to the video where I talked about that, where I unboxed this and talked about all those things in the description below and probably in an end card. Make sure you watch that because that's a little bit of context behind how I got this for $500 and why I even made a video about a Galaxy S10 in 2020. There's just some really great performance to be had for not a lot of money. And this thing is beast mode. Obviously, most of you know the specs, so I'm not gonna go super in detail into those. I'm gonna talk about, is this still a phone you could or maybe should buy in 2020? When you have so many options, there's some incredible phones coming out this year, some that have already come out like the Galaxy S20 line of phones, the OnePlus 8, which I'm super excited about coming out here soon, and then some of the iPhones that will be coming out as well. And of course you have other companies like LG that'll be dropping the occasional bomb here and there. Regardless, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, while it's been out for a year, still has some of the best features on any smartphone, even coming out this year. Now, of course, we can start off with the screen, man. AMOLED to the T. One of the best screens in the entire industry from Samsung itself. And while their fingerprint sensor is not the fastest, at least not in this one, it is the most secure with sonic fingerprint sensing. Now, again, I've talked about sonic sensing and talking about how I don't believe that it's that big of a deal because if someone's close enough to get to your phone, whether your fingerprint sensor is optical or sonic, is kind of pointless. For me personally, I just want a fast fingerprint sensor. I don't need it to be super secure because if someone's going to be that close and can fake your fingerprint, they're going to find a way into your phone. Having said that, it's fast enough, but some of the amazing features of this phone is what levels it up. Now, if you look at the entire kind of industry at large, where we are right now, where you can get a brand new phone for $500 or $500, maybe let's call it $400 to $500, because the S10 version, the smaller version, is actually only $400 on Amazon Renewed. And that doesn't take into consideration places like COPPA and that sort of thing. But the reason I chose Amazon Renewed, again, you have to watch those videos, is the 90-day return policy. But again, back to this. There are some features that Samsung brings to the table that no one else does. There's two that I'm going to talk about that I think are absolute killer apps on this thing. And take it to not just a smartphone with a good camera, of which there's tons of, into an incredible smartphone experience. So the display is there, the fingerprint sensor is there, but of course AMOLED displays are on just about every smartphone nowadays, at least all the flagships. So that doesn't really take it to any kind of level of excitement. And by the way, we're doing triple and quad cameras nowadays, so this isn't even all that exciting anymore. So why is this the phone that I still would say is one of the top phones of 2020, even though it's a year old? Well, let's start with the Snapdragon 855 processor. That thing is still super fast. And as far as Android phones go, it's going to do everything you need. You need some mobile gaming? Gotcha. Some editing? Gotcha. Some photo taking? I mean, pretty much any phone can do that. And you have enough RAM in this thing to store a darn near desktop computer. I mean, let's be honest, there are desktop, and I mean really, like physically you put a desktop, I put a desktop computer right in the USB-C. All kidding aside, What I'm saying is this thing has as much RAM as most PCs. So yes, you don't have to have Windows to take advantage of 8 gigs of RAM. You just need a smartphone, apparently. There were a couple of cool things that the Galaxy S10 Plus implemented for the first time as far as Samsung's concerned in this phone. Let's talk about one thing that was left behind with this phone, being the last one like it, and then some things that it added that the newer phones do not have. Well, one of the things that the newer phones do not have that this thing has, it's the last Samsung.
Welcome to the new Bixby.
It has the Bixby button. That's actually a bad thing that it has that newer Samsung phones don't have. But it also has a headphone jack. I've talked about this before. Some of you make this out to be a really huge deal. To me, I don't care. I do Bluetooth all day, baby. So I'm not worried about it. But for those of you that want a smartphone that's incredibly powerful with a headphone jack, the S10 and S10 Plus are the one. But again, one of the things that I think really sets this apart are a couple of the new features that were added, including reverse wireless charging. Now, of course, it wasn't the first phone ever to have a reverse wireless charging, but it did it so well. And with the Galaxy Buds, you're charging a lot of Samsung devices directly on the back of your phone. Now, personally, I'm not sure how much I would actually use that. I've never used it other than to test it because I don't really ever want to exchange the battery life of my phone to anything else or anyone else. But it's nice to have in case you need to top someone off a little bit. Man, that sounds bad. Having said that, reverse wireless charge, fast charging, some really great camera options as well. Let's just look at these pictures. The Samsung line of phones have always taken excellent pictures and excellent video, whether it be from the front camera or the rear camera, it doesn't matter. Samsung rules in this. And it doesn't really matter if the light's coming at you or not, the Smart HDR works its butt off. Let me tell you something, even though this is a year old, the pictures you can take with this thing will blow you away. I also want to mention that the S10 series of phones are getting updates from Samsung that actually will give it some of the things, including Pro Video Mode, which I know a lot of you have been asking about for a long time, into the S10 and S10 Plus series of phones. Something that people wanted, I think it was even taken away at one point. People wanted the Pro version of the video mode here on the camera, and it now is back with the latest update. So if you haven't updated, what are you waiting for? Another thing that I absolutely love is Samsung Pay. I keep talking about that and how it's better than everything else out there. And people asked in one of the last videos, like, what makes it so great? Well, it's just really the one thing that that I just can't get around, MST. What that is the ability to take your phone, even on registers that don't support things like NFC, and just plop it down and pay for something. I mean, you just come up in a place that has never seen mobile payments before and think that, oh no, I'm sorry, we don't support that. And you put it down, you lay the smack down on that candy booty, it's all over, baby. You're walking out like a pimp and you just tell them it was Samsung Pay. I'll tell you, I've done this so many times in little stop and robs that I call them, stop and robs, little convenience stores that you stop and no, don't rob them. But you know what I'm talking about. Those places, they've never seen mobile payments before. So when I lay down the S10 Plus or my Note 10 or Note 9, man, that's such a great feeling to be able to, boom, flex on the gram, even without the Instagram around. You're gonna flex on these fools by paying with your phone. You don't even, here's the cool thing. It actually gives you additional freedom because with this, and if you have like a smart lock for your house, you literally could leave the house, lock your house, pay for things, listen to music, listen to videos, make phone calls, make a video phone call. Do you get what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, that's not all. Really, for me, the main event is Samsung DeX. Now, if you're not familiar with DeX, I can't wait to tell you about it. But for now, let's talk about this video's sponsor, Trend Micro. You probably think that just putting antivirus on your computer and having a network router is enough security. But the reality is there's millions of attacks on home networks every single year. And the Trend Micro Home Network Security can completely fix that for you. You might think having a router and antivirus on your computer is enough security, but let me tell you it's not. You have tons of smart devices in your house that need protection, and the Trend Micro Home Network Security has you covered. As a matter of fact, it's so simple to set up that you can have your kids do it. They're probably better at it than you anyway. All you have to do is plug it into your router, download the app, and you're off to the races. This thing is amazing. In the app, you can actually see not only every single device that's connected to your network, but whenever a new device connects. So if someone's trying to drive by and hack your Wi-Fi, you'll see it and you can deny it on the spot. You can manage every single device from your phone or your tablet as long as you have the app installed. That is security anywhere in the world, even if you're not home. It provides powerful and flexible parental controls, such as controlling social media, blocking inappropriate websites, setting time limits for your kids, and much, much more. It blocks malicious websites and files, protects against viruses and hackers, and provides firewall protection on all connected devices, unlike antivirus, which only protects the one device it's installed on. So special thanks to Trend Micro for sponsoring this video. There's a link in the description below, so if you want to purchase one, I have a little special deal there for you, so make sure you go check it out and get it today. Your security is worth so much. It's time to get secure. Shout out to Trend. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Greatly appreciate you in this very difficult time. Let's talk about DeX, baby. Let's talk about DeX, baby. Let's do it. Let's get into it. This is something I've waited for from smartphones for a long, long time. The ability to take your phone, plug it into really a television, or in this case, as you can see, my computer, and add a whole nother level to the computer. As a matter of fact, your phone basically turns into a desktop where you can multitask, watch videos, do email, buy on Amazon, answer text messages. This thing is a phone on your computer. I love it. And what makes DeX so amazing is it takes away the necessity to have a desktop. If you just have a monitor and keyboard, you have a brand new computer when you plug this thing in. And by the way, if you check out my friend Canoopsy, who's done multiple videos on converting this into basically a small laptop, I'll leave a link for one of his videos somewhere around here. This thing takes on a life of its own. It's so exciting because I feel like Samsung doesn't give DeX enough credit when it comes to the S series of phones and the Note series of phones. I believe wireless DeX is coming. And if that happens, bruh, we are in for the shenanigans of all shenanigans. I'm super excited about that. Regardless, having your phone as a computer is clutch. If you've never used DeX before, you only need one of two things. Either just the USB cable that came with this thing, and then of course download the app to your computer, or if you don't have a desktop or laptop and you actually just want to try it on your television, a USB-C to HDMI connector, which can either be a cable or an adapter, and then either some Bluetooth keyboard and mice or a USB keyboard and mouse that you can plug in if you use like a USB-C to HDMI breakout. Totally, totally easy, amazing. I love DeX. It's incredible. Now, my only fear with DeX is that someday Samsung may just give up on it. They've done this before with certain features, but I don't think they will. I hope they won't. It's literally one of the best features on smartphones, and you should not sleep on it. I'm getting all day battery life on this thing, and I had some people ask me if this thing was still water resistant. Yeah, it's still water resistant. I don't know why it wouldn't be when it came out water resistant. So yes, it's water resistant. Despite the fact this has the Snapdragon 855 processor, the one thing that makes it feel kind of slow, at least going through the operating system, is the animations for One UI. You have to turn most of them off for it to feel faster. It feels a little sluggish, but it's not because this is not a fast phone. It's because Samsung put like kind of slow animations on everything, and it doesn't feel as fast as like a OnePlus or something like that. And one of the questions about me buying this renewed was, is the battery life degraded? Well, not in this particular one. This one works fine. I get more than all day life out of it. Fast charge works. Everything works. This phone, even from Amazon renewed, again, done a video about that, works perfectly. I highly, highly recommend this as a phone to pick up in 2020. Quite frankly, for me, I don't even see any reason for someone who's on a budget, especially going through the things that we're going through right now, should pay for a brand new flagship of any kind. This would work. But what do you think? Do you have a Samsung Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus? Have you enjoyed it as much as I have? Do you like it as much as I do? I'm just over the moon about this thing. Leave me a comment below and we'll talk about it. And if you have an idea for another phone, leave me a comment for that as well, because I'd love to review some old tech here in 2020. I'll see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love.